Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a North Laurel Jaguar has made his way to the NBA draft, going third overall. And an out-of-state volunteers are continuing nearly 5 decades of service in the area.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6 a.m. on Thursday, June 27th. Now let's go ahead and send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Damp start to the day, wet start to the day. It is 64 degrees just outside our studios here at WYMT. If you're not dealing with some rain, you're dealing with some lower visibility regarding some fog as you make your way further to the north and west. But don't worry, we improved things as we head through your Thursday. Temperature-wise, we're all in the 60s right now, still holding on to about 70 Somerset, Monticello as you make your way back toward Jacksboro. It is 68. Good morning to you at Prestonsburg. Here is the pinpoint Doppler radar. Action right now right along the Tennessee state line. I-75 points east toward Norton and Kingsport. This will continue to depart as we make our way through this 6 o'clock hour as we check out the planner for today. Indeed, we're going to be talking about the opportunity to improve things from the morning into the afternoon with a high of 85. More about the First Alert 7-day forecast and a look at the travel forecast coming up in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. Last night was a big night for Laurel County native Reed Sheppard as he was in Brooklyn, New York to hear his name called in the NBA draft. Back home, he had many fans cheering him on in his hometown. Former teachers, teammates, and friends of the North Laurel Jaguar piled into the gym of Faith Assembly of God Church to support London native Reed Sheppard. Reed grew up going to this church, and his faith family says that gym is special to his journey.
Just stopping by the church late nights, weekends, you never knew when Reed was going to be in this very gym, late nights, shooting basketball over and over and over. But that proved to work out pretty well for him.
With Reed Sheppard's NBA dream now a reality, the Houston Rockets just gained several more fans from Laurel County. Summer and sickness are two things that we often do not associate with one another. While allergies tend to be more common in the spring and into the summer months, one nurse practitioner at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky says she has seen a variety of illnesses recently, including flu B.
What's really odd is that it is going around in summer. Usually that's more of like you see fall, winter. We could have just had a late flu season and it's kind of lingering because, you know, it's all like droplet and when one person goes to the next and just kind of keeps in that cycle.
Sloan says it is important to take precautions and always keep your hands clean, especially as crowds of people will gather for events and celebrations next week for the 4th of July. Prestonsburg Summer Carnival is on the schedule this week, kicking off a week earlier than usual with fun planned for all. The city announced the carnival is opening in Archer Park this week, a week earlier than usual, and seeing responses from the community questioning the early scheduling and the price of tickets. One local, Sheena Maynard, owner of Lou's Place for Pets, took the problem into her own hands. She worked with several community donors to buy out the carnival so it could be open to the public free of charge on Wednesday. She invited families out to enjoy the first night. An out-of-state outreach is working in Floyd County this week, hoping to give back to the area. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from one of the projects that is fueling hope in the David community.
Project Hope is sawing and shoveling this summer.
Roofing, repair of kitchen floors, replace porches, decks. I mean, just it's amazing what they do, and they do some projects for the school while they're here. We always look forward to them coming.
The Pittsburgh-based program brought 50 volunteers to Floyd County, continuing nearly 5 decades of service in the area.
And we want to be able to help those that help others, and we feel this is a great place, and we're going to do everything we can to support them.
Groups have been working on projects at the David School for 11 of those years. building an outdoor space for the kids this year, saying it always feels special to give back to the students.
Magical. It's wonderful. It's fantastic to know that the efforts you've put forth for this week will be here for years to come and help those that need it.
And the ongoing projects out in the community, like home remodels and foundational work, focus on low-income and elderly people in need.
And so there's nothing that anyone has done down here to deserve the circumstances that you're in, so to speak. And we want to be able to give back because we've been blessed with so much where we live. We kind of want to pay it forward.
Helping, healing, and hoping.
It's just amazing that the love and compassion that they have for the area here. It's overwhelming.
With all hands on deck. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Those involved say the group is full of young people giving up a week of their summer break to give back to those in need. Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman is challenging the Biden administration on rules that would require increased fuel efficiency for cars and light trucks. The Attorney General says the rules require dramatically higher fuel economy within a decade. It calls for the effort and attempt to drive gas-powered vehicles off the road and replace them with electric vehicles. Coleman says less than 1% of vehicles registered in Kentucky are EVs. The Biden administration has called for half of new vehicles to be EVs by 2030. A Kentucky canine is stealing hearts online for his story of resilience and his love for snack cakes. Bew is a rescue out of Webster County who is fighting cancer with a little love and a lot of sweet treats. Terry Lynn Nunn has made a habit of volunteering her time at the local shelter. Nunn said Bew kept to himself and did not like human interaction. But that all changed when she got inside his kennel and he discovered what she had in her pocket.
I kind of drug out the Little Debbie snack cake. I had one in my pocket and I said, would you like a bite? And he kind of did a little side eye at me and I gave him a little bite and scooted a little closer. And that's how we became friends.
While Bew was busy discovering snack cakes, Terry and Yvette discovered Bew has cancer. He has since been adopted, and Nunn says he is now accustomed to the finer things in life. She says they tried to substitute cheaper versions of the snack cake, but Bew was not having it, sticking exclusively to Little Debbie's.
Come on now, who doesn't like Little Debbie's, right? And you gotta be particular if you feel like your sweet stuff too, just like key lime pie. All right, talk about visibility dropping. That's what's happening as you end up leaving Harlan and Hazard into the north and west, as we've gotten some clearing now to the north and west behind the first of two cold fronts moving through the region. Not bad regarding the visibility, but take it slower along the state line as the rain continues to depart. Generally in the 60s across the Commonwealth on this Thursday morning, and the pinpoint Doppler radar shows the rain right now, Middlesboro over to Kingsport, and it will continue to slowly head through Virginia and North Carolina as we head through the rest of the morning, as the lingering showers back toward Williamsburg, Barberville, and Middlesboro will come to an end. That's reflected in the travel weather forecast for this morning. The rain will end, the fog that will burn off to the north and west, getting into some sunshine, and it's a partly sunny day today. Comfortable to slightly humid as we head through this evening and a high of 85. How about as we head through the last full weekend of June? Details with the First Alert 7-day forecast looking toward the first days of July. See how to make up for that. Coming up in a few moments. Olivia?
Thank you, Tim, and thanks for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Still to come, the stage is set for tonight's rematch between President Biden and former President Donald Trump as America prepares to watch.